Well, here we are in our lovely Glenview home, our first Christmas there. And what you're looking at, or we're looking at, is going to be the star of this segment, namely Charlie in his red fireman's hat. And we'll talk a little more about that. There we see them growing up a bit more, George in action.
We really love this home, though.
Oh.
Two great homes in a row. First in Jacksonville, first here, and then later on in Jacksonville.
But this home had everything. All the bedrooms had built-in drawers and cubby holes. We had that lovely den with the built-in pine wood walls and cabinets, and kids had that big downstairs playroom in the basement area. And there's George. We talked about birthdays, and we said his was April the 16th, but we never did say there's Charlie. His birthday is July the 10th, 1961, of course. And his godparents were Joyce and Jack. Joyce and Jack Riggio, of course.
Aunt Joyce and Uncle Jack.
There you go. There you go, yes.
There's the famous dollhouse.
Yes, I want to say more about that. That was my dollhouse, and we'd hidden it away, saved all the furniture over the years, and had beautiful little things, all wood furniture and upholstered furniture in the little living room, tiny little bed sheets and blankets. It even had little candelabras in the dining room, and teeny tiny little silverware, just everything. It was just a gem.
Yes, I remember that very well. By the way, Charlie really loved that fireman's hat, and he never took it off.
Well,
he's always wearing it.
Anyone viewing this will catch on to that pretty quick. It also had that little microphone in it, and he
made a lot of noise.
Yeah, and he was. Oh yeah, and then we'll see in a few minutes the got a fire truck to go with it, and that had all the bells and sirens and the whole bit. And Georgie's got the idea on that. He's got to work a little more in the coordination, but he knows exactly what to do. At this stage, we were calling him our little red firecracker, as he had real red highlights in his hair. The kids also had the great joy of that huge backyard. And we'll see soon somewhere in one of these flicks lots of backyard activity.
That wasn't a bad kitchen.
No, it was a big, roomy kitchen. Yeah, it was wonderful. We originally had a built-in dishwasher there, but it broke. And we bought from the next door neighbor a portable dishwasher. And that's what we ended up with, another portable dishwasher.
Look at all the writings and pictures on the wall there.
Right.
Marianne had lovely golden hair.
Yes, you can see the highlights there. And behind me there, behind the curtains, was a big window seat. And Prince used to love to lie in that window seat and look out. And George is saying, no, I don't want something or another.
Charlie.
No, well, no, he's having trouble. Remember repeating how all the big lights we had to have.
Yeah.
You can see George's big brown eyes.
Yeah.
There's the fire hat again.
Never comes off.
Yeah. I always love those little plaid jumpers, the type that Marianne has on there. Well, it wasn't, I guess you'd call it a jumper. In one of their golden books. By this age, they had many puzzles and, umpteen books.
They had more than they knew what to do with.
That's right. But we always read to them.
Yeah, you were very good that way, Nancy. I still remember all the time you used to read them.
Okay, the scenes right here are, oh, there's Casper. I have to talk about Casper. He was a big, popular item then, and the children had that little Casper in the box for a long time.
Casper the Ghost.
Casper the Ghost, yeah.
One of our children had a Casper the Ghost Halloween costume.
Right, I think that was George, and we'll see, I think when he was a year or so older than he is here. These pictures were in the den, and you can see some of the built-in drawers and cabinets above, and
the regular gingerbread house.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Just a great home.
There's our papal blessing on the wall,
which we still have hanging in our present home in Woodbridge.
Hi, George. And there's that big Santa Claus that we saw in the pictures from a Christmas ago. We still had it. At this time, well, in the earlier pictures too, we had what we called a third grandmother, Mrs. Reynolds, who was a wonderful babysitter for them, and she really was like a third grandmother to them.
And here's our real tree.
Yeah.
Not plastic.
That's right. That's when the needles fell on the floor. Back in our living room. As you will see, the fire hat continues. I think this is the evening time now.
Yeah, it is. Charlie's very tired. And Mary Ann too, you can tell.
They would have called this a two-story house, but it was almost like 3 stories with the use of the downstairs playroom that they had, and which we never used, but even had that built-in dark room. It was a lovely location, and certainly held its value. That would have been a piece of property, if we could have held on to it, would have really gone up in value for us.
What was the last valuation we had on that? It was 300?
No, well, 275,000, I think.
Close to 300,000.
Yeah, we bought it for 31,200.
For a pittance. And I thought that was an exorbitant price.
Yes, right.
Oh, times have changed.
For sure.
So you get back to the baby Jesus.
Well, we still have that table at our Glenview home. It was in the little hallway that kind of separated the living room from the dining room, and it was right where this upstairs staircase.
I think George went to bed early.
Yeah, but I think we're going to see him in a minute.
You bring him downstairs, don't you?
Right, yeah, that's right.
See what a great memory I have?
Oh, yeah. Here we come, I think. Yep.
Good night.
He's got a little stuffed animal Santa Claus there.
He's beginning to look a lot like George now.
Yeah, right. No more little tadpole stage.
His little face is taking shape and you can recognize it.
Right. Oh, and his personality was definitely formed by then. Very pleasant, but he had a little way of getting his point across. Yeah. There's the fire engine we talked about. Fire Chief Charlie. You can see the microphone there on the side.
Oh, he really loved that that gear, didn't he?
Yeah.
All the noise it made. Scott. So sort of a watershed year for 1964.
Mm-hmm. Well, we said the hat was going to be the star of this segment. Fire truck, fire hat.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids in this neighborhood to play with. Nice neighbors. Okay, there's the last view of the dollhouse, and I'm showing off some of the rooms.
Yeah, that was quite an assortment there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry that didn't come in better, Nancy.
Yeah, right. And the train we got that Christmas. Well, I think we'll see that later again.